Greetings to my brothers and sisters in Christ in the Episcopal Diocese of Oklahoma. It's wonderful to have a chance to reach out to you today and to share a little bit of information about some things that are upcoming in the life of our diocese. It's great to connect in this way. It's been difficult for all of us, I know, not to be able to be together in person. Most of our churches are still not together for in-person worship, although some have been able to do that. And I've been sad not to be able to be out with you on official visitations. We're going to look at that again after Labor Day, see what's going on with the pandemic. But I've been enjoying connecting virtually with many of you clergy and lay people from across our diocese, and we'll continue to do that. One of the things that has been really inspiring for me is to see how all of you in your particular places and contexts are loving God and loving your neighbor. That's really what the Christian faith is all about. It's about loving God and loving our neighbor. So thank you for the inspirational work that you are doing in both of those areas. I think in many ways our churches have been at our best in this time of greatest strain. So thank you for all that you are doing to love God and to love your neighbor as yourself. With this pandemic, of course, things are rapidly changing. We get new information every day about what's happening with this virus in Oklahoma. We continue to monitor all of that very carefully, as I know you are doing as well. And when we think about events in our diocese, safety is always top of mind. The most important thing is to keep our folks safe, and particularly those who might be vulnerable to this virus. And so we've already had to adapt when it comes to a number of our diocesan events. Of course, my consecration was scaled down considerably. We had about 20 people in person for that consecration, and we live streamed it across the diocese. We are planning on August 8th for the ceremony of my seating at the cathedral and the passing of the diocesan crozier and the symbolic authority being passed in our diocese from bishop head to myself. That again will have a relatively small number of people gathered in person, but we will be streaming that service on August 8th across our diocese. But the main purpose of my video today is to share with you some important information about two events in our life that are coming up fairly soon and how the pandemic is affecting our planning for those events. The first is our Diocesan Convention. So Diocesan Convention has been scheduled to take place November 6th and 7th in Broken Arrow. What we are doing is we are going to, for the sake of safety, move that to a one-day virtual diocesan convention on Saturday the 7th of November. And so there'll be information that is going out with details for all of this, but we will gather virtually on one day only, the 7th of November, for our convention. That will require all of those who are participating in the convention to have access to some kind of device to enable them to log on, to do votes, and so forth. And again, we'll be sharing the technical details of some of that with you. In addition to the benefit of safety by gathering virtually for our convention this year, we will also be able to save considerable cost. And I'm pleased to let you know that our diocesan budget is going to cover the considerable expense of the upgrades of technology that we will need in order to do this convention virtually. And we're going to pass that savings on to our congregations. So there will be no cost this year to our congregations for participating in the diocesan convention. So we're glad to do that. And it's just a little bit of extra savings in our parish budgets, which I know are very tight at this particular time, given what's going on. So this will be a great event, our virtual diocesan convention. We will still have worship. We have a special guest preacher who will be with us. We will have at the Eucharist the installation of Father Eric Cooter as our new canon to the ordinary in our diocese. So that will be exciting. Our business sessions will be considerably compressed, as you can imagine, but we'll do all the things we need to do with budgets and elections and reports and all of that virtually. And then we'll also have, towards the end, the bishop's address, as usual. So I'll have a chance to lay out some of my vision and thoughts and reflections about where we might be going together as a diocese. So it's going to be a fantastic convention, socially distanced, but wonderful. Our theme for the convention from the Book of Esther will be "For Such a Time as This," a really powerful theme and message for us. Truly, God has placed us at this moment in time to be the church and to reach out to those who are impacted by this particular situation and by all the challenges in our world at the moment. And then a year from this fall, in 2021, we will hold our diocesan convention in person again, God willing, and that will be in Broken Arrow. So we had planned to be in Broken Arrow for the convention this fall. We've just postponed those reservations for a year, and we'll be back there in 2021, and we're grateful to the good folks up there for being flexible with the convention arrangements. The second event that's upcoming that will be affected by this in a particular way is our Clergy Conference. So Clergy Conference was to be October 6th through 8th at St. Crispin's, and we are also moving that virtual. It's unsafe, it seems, or unwise to gather all of our clergy together in a big group together in that way. And so we're going to go virtual, and the Clergy Conference will be shortened just a bit. So from about 2.5 days to 2 days, October 7 and 8. I'd always planned that the Clergy Conference this year would be mostly a chance to be with me, so I'm kind of the guest with us. And we'll still have lots of time together, some plenary sessions with all the clergy, but we'll also have some breakout sessions with smaller groups of clergy and me as a chance really just to get to know each other better. We've been doing some of that, but we'll go a lot deeper in those sessions, and we'll talk about the partnership that we're going to be developing of bishop with clergy. And I can't wait to be with you in Clergy Conference for all of that. So keep safe out there, Episcopal Diocese of Oklahoma. Keep doing that good work. You're amazing, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you for the great ministry that you're doing in this challenging time. May Almighty God bless you in this time, and may God use you to bless others.